how does one defeat laziness? How does one overcome laziness? How does one fight laziness in his life? And especially when it comes into matters of worship. You know, the biggest problem we have with our worship is laziness. People don't wake up for Salat al-Fajr because of laziness. People do not continue their fasting after Ramadan because of laziness and because of its difficulty. They think it's difficult. And everything in life is like this. It's laziness that is the big problem. And as technology advances and develops in this life, laziness becomes even more and more, right? When you have everything on the phone, when you can do everything on the phone, when you can do everything online, people become lazy. So how does one defeat laziness in life? And we need to understand that the road to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a long road. It's a long road. And it's a difficult road as well. There's a lot of hardships on the road. And this is why, this is one of the wisdoms for why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made His house, Al-Kaaba, He made it in a desert. He commanded that it's built in a desert, in a place that is cut off from the world. You know, when you get there, it's difficult. The question is, why didn't Allah Azza wa Jal order and command for His house to be built on the coastline, next to the beach, on the shoreline, where there's greenery and alhamdulillah, the weather? Why not? Al-ulama rahimahumullah, they said, the road from here to Mecca is a difficult road, full of hardship, in a valley. It's difficult, it's hot. This is to teach us that that is the road to Allah. The road to Allah is full of difficulty. It's just like the road to Mecca. So as you undertake this journey to Mecca, it is supposed to teach you that's the road to Allah Azza wa Jal. That's the difficulties that you'll encounter in life. So the idea is, how am I going to continue? And not allow laziness to be an obstacle before me in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the question we want to answer. How to defeat laziness. My brothers in Islam, we need to understand that the greatest purpose in life is to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the greatest purpose in life. And this purpose, to worship Allah, Allah Azza wa Jal made mention of it in the first surah of the Quran, which is Surah Al-Fatiha. What is the central ayah in Surah Al-Fatiha? It's إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. That's the central ayah. This ayah in Surah Al-Fatiha is actually a summary of the entire Quran. As a matter of fact, it's a summary of the entire life of one person. إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. We have been commanded by Allah that we declare on our tongue and in our heart that you alone we worship. Worship, that's the purpose. How do we worship? How does one worship Allah? What's the tool? What's the means to worship Allah? That no, worship of Allah requires dedication. It requires commitment. It cannot be affected by laziness. The second half of the ayah tells us how we're going to fulfill this purpose. And that is وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ.